Good morning. How are you? This is Marianne Grant, Life in Harmony podcast. Today is the first day of your life. It's important. What are you going to do with it? Remember I said we have to get our head right today and clean up any residue that happened yesterday, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, emotionally, or sexually. I suggest you clean that up. I have some residue I need to clean up, some stuff I need to clean up with a tenant. I'll go over that later on in the podcast. But we're going to go over the list so we can have a fantastic day today. Sarcasm. Sarcasm is anger, emotions, bad attitude, enabling, people-pleasing, not able to say no, drugs, alcohol, pills, relationships, sex, lust, love, anger, rage, porn, controlling everyone around you but yourself, distractions everywhere, then you do nothing but have excuses, gambling, work, working out, food addiction, binge TV, phone, podcasts, news, caffeine, surgeries, pain, being in a relationship mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, emotionally, and sexually abusing one another, and you may want to add to the list. All right, I'm going to talk about today about being your word, following through with being your word, and not just saying things, and watching the actions. To me, actions say everything about a person. A lot of smooth talkers out there. I have a situation where I have to deal with a tenant. I haven't had to do this for a while. Great tenant. I'm going to tell you how fast it happens. Great tenant, paying for a solid year. Met a girl in a bar. They started doing cocaine together. He brings the girl over with a kid. Next thing you know, fighting, busting up that stuff. It just, this is how quickly it happens. And I believe in second chances when people follow through with their actions. Well, now I have to follow through pursuit, and everything they say they're doing, they're not doing. Now I have to take it legally and make a stand and make sure they thoroughly pay for everything that they're doing, and doing it the proper way. I used to work with abused children, and I remember the importance of following through. Again, this people-pleasing and enabling, and not giving people consequences for their actions and their behaviors. They continue to do it ongoing. When I worked at Three Rivers Youth, I had a kid, when we had a big fight, they busted the back of my car. They didn't know it was my car, and they did $500 worth of damage, and the one kid said, "Oh, no one ever makes me accountable." Well, he worked at McDonald's, and I said, "Well, we're going to set something up with your boss," and we took out $50 a week out of his pay. Do you know, he thanked me at the end. He said, "No one has ever made me accountable." He never did that again. We need to start making the people around us accountable and not be afraid. If you're in a relationship and you're being abused, I suggest you go get a PFA. It's important that men, if women are beating on you and they're stalking you, you need to get a PFA. I know it's embarrassing because it's a woman. It progressively gets worse, and they become very narcissistic and very abusive. I suggest you get a PFA. And men, women, if you're being abused, I suggest you get a PFA. It never gets better. They're very smooth talkers. Master manipulators and smooth talkers are the scariest. They will look you straight in your eyes, and druggies, and they won't even flinch. You've got to, you have to find the signs. And any of you are in relationships and this shit is starting now, run. It's progressively going to get worse. It never gets better. You go by actions. Are they getting help? Are they getting counseling? Are they going back to school? Are they getting a good job? Words mean nothing. Watch their actions, and you will learn so much about all the people around you. When someone says they're going to have you for dinner and they don't have you for dinner, just don't respect what they say. You either do it or you don't do it. Just keep your little smooth talking to yourself so you look worse when you tell people what they want to hear. You look pathetic. You look like a fool. And we We need to stop this behavior and this victimhood. Oh, what's going to happen? Where are they going to go? You are where you are because you put yourself there. Nobody did it to you. It's called free will. So clean up your shit, get on with your life, and start doing the work that you need to do, and stop abusing all the people around you and having everybody feel sorry for you. You're a poor victim. It's so unbecoming. And this is what we have to do, parents. This is what we have to do in a relationship. We need to stop the bullshit. That's the world we're creating out there. The world that we create, we're a part of that dysfunction. We're a part of that disease. We're a part of that disaster. Look in the mirror. And the other thing, too, when you see stuff, say it out loud. See, when you're quiet and you don't say anything to your partners or to your boss or to whatever it is that you see, if you stay quiet, the behavior continues. It's time to speak up. It's time to say it out loud. It's time to take a stand and say no more. No more of this abuse. COVID, everybody paid. I have over 50 apartments. My tenants love and respect me. I love and respect them. This was something that he was a great tenant and brought in the trash, and he became the trash with her. Do you see how it happens? You become that together, and it happens real fast. It happens real quick. It happened in my own life, in my own relationship, in my first marriage. I had to do the PFA. It was hard, but it saved my life. It got me towards my next step, my next action. But I had to get the self-esteem and my self-worth and believe I was worthy. So this is where our work comes in. None of us deserve to be abused or beaten up. We have to work on our self-esteem, our self-worth. And if we don't, we continue to attract these assholes all around us, but we create it. It's up to us to stop it. Okay, balance. Not too much of anything. Our kids, our partner, our play, our work. When we stay balanced, it's life in harmony. When we abuse ourselves, everyone we love is infected by it. You cheat yourself and everyone around you. The level of love and respect you give yourself, that is the level of love and respect you get in return. The goal for all of us, life in harmony. Our thinking can make or break us. That is why we have to check our thinking and attitude all day long until it's as natural as going to the bathroom, or else you get backed up. This, my friend, is the greatest gift you could give yourself. Remember, behind every breakdown, there's a breakthrough around the corner. People say, I want to be a part of taking care of the world. Well, if you take care of your world, then you won't have an issue. Then the world starts to get better and better and better around you. We all have work to do. That is the true meaning of taking care of the world. Doing your part, no exceptions. You know your answers. They lie inside of you. Get the courage, break through the wall, do the next right thing. Okay, smooth talker, your words mean nothing. Your actions say everything. I'm going to read a beautiful saying on spirituality by Michael Singer. Spirituality begins when you decide you will never stop trying. Spirituality is the commitment to go beyond no matter what it takes. It's an infinite journey based upon going beyond yourself every minute of every day for the rest of your life. If you're truly going beyond, you're always at your limits. You're never back in the comfort zone. A spiritual being feels as though they're always against the edge and they're constantly being pushed through it. One should view their spiritual work as learning to live life without stress, problems, fear, or melodrama. This path of using life to evolve spirituality is truly the highest path. Trust the process. The spiritual journey is one of constant transformation. To grow, you must give up the struggle to remain the same and learn to embrace change. You must go through the darkest night in order to get to the infinite light. What we call darkness is really the blockage of light. Discipline is freedom. The undisciplined mind is like an elephant. If left to blunder around out of control, it will wreak havoc. Eventually you realize that it cannot actually hurt you if you go beyond your psychological limits. If you're willing to just stand on the edge and keep walking, you will go beyond. You used to pull back when it got uncomfortable. It's okay to get uncomfortable. Go past that point. Make that stand. Make that phone call. Get that job. Speak up for yourself. Tell your partner what you see. Stop hiding. Stop being a coward. Do what you need to do today to make the next move to have a better life. Imagine the peace that you could experience if you weren't constantly creating and defending your false self. Write about it and make that stand. You are worth it. All right, I'm going to read a part in my book. Okay, vision. A vision without a task is but a dream. A task without a vision is drudgery. A vision without a task is the hope of the world. I'm not sure about this author, but I didn't write it. It's beautiful. I'm going to say it one more time. A vision without a task is but a dream. A task without a vision is drudgery. A vision with a task is the hope of the world. I love that. Love, love, love that. In closing, I'm starting over with a new soulmate, lover, and best friend. He is more than I could have ever dreamt for. It is the most beautiful gift when you have two healthy and complete people joining together to share a life and bringing nothing but greatness from both sides. That's why it's critical to write a list of all the things you want in a partner and become that list. The most beautiful gift of all is once you become your list, that is what you attract. It just keeps getting better and better. You take responsibility for yourself instead of blaming others. I speak from experience. I don't take one moment for granted. I am grateful for everything that comes my way. I accept each challenge head on and look at every challenge as a chance to assimilate, learn, and grow. Life just keeps getting better. I'm going to stop right there because I have some more paragraphs I'll read tomorrow. I wrote my list. I had my brand new convertible Volvo. I was kicking ass with work, tripled my income, 25-year run with my rich people. I did in-home training for rich people, worked with their body, worked with their mind. Was feeling really good about myself, doing service and recovery, being my word, had my list. And I said looked up and I said, okay, all right, universe, I'm ready for my soulmate. And I walked in to a client that is very, very negative. She was a famous artist and she never said anything nice about anybody. She was talking about me at the dinner table, and the guy that was there said, is there any way I could get her number? But this woman wanted him for her daughter in New York. He didn't know that. She goes, well, I have to think about it and talk to Marianne about that to see if she's going to give you her number. So this is what happened. This was strange after 24 years being in a relationship. And remember, I was by myself for 3 years when my ex-husband was in prison. I knew how to be on my own 2 feet. I was raising a 7 and an 8-year-old by myself. I made it all happen. And it was truly, I was ready. And we went out on a blind date. And 6 months later, we were on the beach getting married in Hawaii. And when we went to Hawaii, we never asked each other our age. And we did our birth certificate, and I counted on my fingers. He was 18 years older than me, and he has energy, and he still does. He's now 80, and he's still running around like he's 30, 40 years old. I don't know where the hell he gets it, but I have to stay in shape to keep up with him, and I'm not complaining. We keep each other in check. In this business, you better have energy, or you lose it all. And our relationship, I want to share with you. So for 25 years, I was doing some counseling with a gentleman yesterday, and I said, we had 4 good blowouts in our marriage. And when I say 4 good blowouts, meaning, should I stay or should I leave? We had 4 good ones. Should I stay or should I leave? The door, I have a rule. The door is always open. You're never stuck with me. I'm never stuck with him. There's a freedom in that, of not being so dependent on your partner. Like, oh my God, I'm going to die without my partner. They're so fabulous. They're so amazing. They can do no wrong. Well, that's just a bunch of shit. We got to keep each other accountable. We can't get complacent. We got to keep making stands. We got to get our head right every day. Anybody can stray. Anybody can go bad. It doesn't take long. The work is in staying strong and doing the next right thing, looking in that mirror and getting honest. That's the hard part. And I said to him when I got married, you change up. I'm out of here. He goes, what you see is what you get. He said, the only thing I'm sad about, I wish I was younger for you so I could be here longer with you. Well, I have to tell you, he's probably going to outlive me the way he's going. So that's not going to be an issue, or else the two of us will go together. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But I'm enjoying every minute that I have with him. Again, we had 4 good blowouts, and I had one about a month ago, and gave him the choice, do we want to stay or do we want to leave? And those things come up. And when you don't put anybody in prison and trap them, and if you really have a real relationship, and that you are okay on your own, but together you're badass, it's always a choice. And my husband and I are incredible together. And the energy, whatever he says he's going to do, it's done. Whatever I say I'm going to do, the trust, the respect, the communication is off the charts. But he didn't always have this. When he was in Boston and worth $18 million, private plane, everybody used him for his money. He never had this kind of respect. He never had this kind of partner. Now, with us together and building what we built, we have something that neither one of us had. And I was able to bring in what I learned. He was able to bring in what he learned. And together we learned together, because he put away his pride and ego, because I was not going to live with anybody that was pompous and operated on pride or ego. I crush it. Every time I see it, I crush it. I refuse to allow that into my home. And he knows that. And he's gotten humbled. And I have gotten humbled. And that's a beautiful thing, because you can't grow with pride and ego. All right, so I'm going to do our check-off list. Work on one thing at a time. Eventually, it will be a way of life. Don't do too much of anything. Balance is most important. I am clean and clear of all diseases and negative thoughts. What's controlling you? I accept today where I am powerless. I have control where I have choices. I reach out for help and use my tools today. I accept today and understand the only person I could change or regulate is myself. I will take time to hug and kiss my loved ones around me. I will show my partner today how much he or she is appreciated, needed, and loved. I will speak up for myself today. Be true to ourselves. The answers lie in each and every one of us. We need to be a priority to ourselves. The rest will follow. Everything we do is a practice and a discipline to master what we want. I will take charge of my life today and realize I'm in charge of all my decisions. I will know when it's time to bow out and let go and trust the process. I will set realistic goals for myself. I will get 7 to 8 hours of sleep tonight. I will set healthy boundaries around myself today. I will not allow anybody to speak to me with disrespect. I will make a conscious effort to eat healthy meals. I will take my vitamins, food supplements today. I will drink 6 to 8 glasses of water today. I will be good to myself today. Whoever can see through all fear will always be safe. I will talk with someone I trust, respect, and be honest with them. Accountability is key. Cannot do it alone. I will trust and reach out to my higher power today. I will say thank you for everything that happens to me today, good or bad. I will not do anything to cause harm to myself or others today. I'm willing to change today. I will exercise today. I will pray for the well-being of myself and others today. I will write a list of all the things I want in a partner. If I become it, I will attract it. Discipline is freedom. Do 2 things a day you don't want to do to have a successful day. Mine is always that alarm, getting up early, 4:30, and doing the podcast, and doing my workout, and keeping my food clean. I do all those. I'm going to have a kick butt day. We can all heal together one day at a time. It is a decision from our head to our heart. The greatest gift you can give yourself. You are worth it. Okay, if you want to reach me at createyourspirit@gmail.com, leave your number and learn about my workshops, or if you want to order books and I'll sign them. I will go over everything with you on the phone. My services, lifeinharmonyonline.com. And remember, tell everybody to hit subscribe. I have my podcast 5 days a week. And that colorful button, round button, that's L, that's where you hit subscribe. And start with podcast number 1. I started a playlist. You hit all with the playlist, and it will start with number 1, number 2, number 3. You really do need to listen to these things in order so you can emotionally receive it. It's a process of taking in this information. It's like you're relearning everything that you had to learn. It is the greatest gift you give yourself. You need to listen to it every day in order for it to give you power, courage, and to do the next right thing and to have a great day. Remember, I want you to have a dynamite day today, and thank you for listening.